As we've established, sugar and alcohol are twin killers, silently wreaking havoc on our bodies. But they have a shared accomplice, a quiet, invisible molecule that does the dirty work for both of them, fructose. For years, we've been told a lie, a comfortable story about this sugar molecule. We've been led to believe that as long as it comes from fruit wrapped in fiber, it's somehow different and harmless. This kind of simplistic health advice gets passed around without a second thought. But you know better. You know that fructose is always fructose. Its chemical structure doesn't change just because it's accompanied by fiber. It still goes to the liver and puts it through a metabolic workout. Fructose is a metabolic trickster, a molecule that evolution never intended us to consume in large quantities. In nature, fruit was rare, seasonal, and fleeting. It provided a brief sugar hit before scarcity returned. But in our modern world, fructose is everywhere. Extracted, concentrated, poured into bottles, hidden in sauces, and disguised in healthy snacks. Even when fructose is in fruit, the amount we consume today far exceeds what our ancestors ever ate. So, how do we reconcile this truth with the common wisdom that fruit is healthy? The answer lies not in the molecule itself, but in its delivery's dosage, rate, and context. The idea that fiber acts as a magic shield to block fructose is an oversimplification that deserves our skepticism. Fiber doesn't stop fructose from being absorbed. What it does is far more subtle and brilliant. Think of it this way. A can of soda or a bottle of fruit juice is like a fructose tsunami. It's a massive, concentrated wave of sugar that overwhelms your liver's metabolic machinery. This forces the liver to convert the fructose into fat, creating inflammation and oxidative stress. This is the danger zone. On the other hand, a whole piece of fruit is a gentle fructose tide. The fiber, water, and chewing required to consume it slow down gastric emptying and absorption in your intestines. The fructose then trickles into your liver at a manageable pace, enabling it to process the sugar for immediate energy without becoming overwhelmed. You'd also consume a much lower dose. You'd have to eat over 4 cups of blueberries to get the same amount of fructose in 1 can of soda. Unlike glucose, which every cell in your body can use, fructose has only one gatekeeper, the liver. Every sip of juice, every spoonful of syrup, and every innocent fruit smoothie floods your liver with a molecule it isn't built to process on a large scale. What happens then? Fat creation, de novo lipogenesis. Fructose doesn't replenish your glycogen stores. It skips the line and turns straight into fat. The fat clogs the liver, paving the way for type 2 diabetes. Uric acid spikes. This silent spark can lead to gout, hypertension, and kidney stones. Fructose is a slow poison that drips chaos into your blood vessels, brain, and organs. It's not energy, it's a metabolic booby trap. The fructose in a whole apple isn't a problem, but the fructose in a blended fruit smoothie can be. When you remove the fiber and reduce the volume by blending fruit, you create a fructose tsunami. It's the concentration and speed of delivery that make the difference. The real villain isn't the molecule itself, but the way we've industrialized it. The danger lies in high fructose corn syrup and agave nectar added to sodas, sweets, and sauces. This includes fruit juice concentrates used to sweeten snacks, cereals, and juice, as well as a liquid dose of sugar without fiber to slow absorption. These are the undercover agents, concentrated, purified forms of natural substances that silently contribute to the same metabolic damage caused by alcohol. This is the part where someone jumps up and says, but fiber slows absorption. Fiber makes fruit healthy? Yes, fiber helps. It slows the hit, blunts the spike, and gives your gut bacteria something to chew on. But let's be clear, fiber is not a magic shield. If you eat 1 piece of fruit, you're fine. But if you eat 10, blend them into a smoothie, or wash them down with a juice box, fiber won't save you. Your liver still takes the punch. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Fiber doesn't cancel out fructose. It only hides the blow. In a world where fruit often means juice, dried fruit, fruit concentrate, and smoothie bowls with 60 grams of sugar, fiber purists ignore the reality. Fructose isn't harmful when it's found naturally. Eating an apple whole isn't the problem. A handful of berries won't kill you. The issues are scale and dose as well as modern distortion. Humans evolved to encounter fructose rarely. Now, we ingest it daily, in large amounts and unconsciously. Our livers are waving the white flag. Nutritionists, hiding behind the argument that fruit has fiber, won't admit that the molecule itself is the problem. Fiber just slows the bullet. It doesn't stop the gun from firing. Fructose is always fructose. The difference between healthy and harmful food lies in its form and dosage. The solution isn't to fear a natural molecule, but to understand its true nature. Trust your instincts and be skeptical of overly simplistic advice. The path to health isn't about magical shields, but choosing a gentle tide over a destructive tsunami. Sugar and alcohol may be the headline villains, but fructose is the assassin lurking in the shadows. It's the metabolic middleman that connects sweet pleasure to silent damage. Don't fall for the lie. Don't confuse natural with harmless. Don't let a smoothie chain convince you that a fructose flood is health in a cup.
Fructose isn't your friend.
It's just better at hiding the knife.